Good morning. We're on the record. Good morning. As chairperson of the Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Board for the District of Columbia, and in accordance with DC Code Section 2571(h) of the Open Meetings Act (OMA), I'm welcoming you to the regular scheduled meeting of the Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Board. This meeting is being conducted pursuant to guidance made available by the District of Columbia's Office of Open Government regarding electronic meetings held by public bodies. Electronic meetings by the ABC Board are authorized pursuant to Section 2577A of the DC Code. Pursuant to the OMA requirements, notice of today's meeting was provided 48 hours in advance of the meeting on ABCA's website and on the District Central meeting calendar. The notice included the time, date, agenda, and call-in or login information for public participation. This electronic meeting has been hosted by a WebEx account provided by the District of Columbia government. Please address any questions or complaints to the OOG at opengovoffice@dc.gov. My name is Donovan Anderson. I'm chairperson of the board. I want to introduce the other members of the ABC board who are also participating electronically. Please respond when I announce your names. Mr. James Short.
Mr. James Short, present.
Mr. Silas Grant.
Mr. Silas Grant, present.
The board has 3 members in attendance for the conduct of business today, and that constitutes a quorum. Before we get underway with today's hearing calendar, I need to make a few instructions very clear so that the conduct of these hearings is understood by everyone. There are 7 cases on this morning's calendar. Once your case is called, I will take a moment for IT specialists to elevate the rights for each party to enable their camera and microphone. Then and only then will you have the ability to enable your equipment. If your case has not been heard, you will remain mute and your camera will be disabled. At the conclusion of each case, the parties will have the option to leave. If the party chooses to stay, all cameras and microphones for the concluded case will be disabled. Should you have any questions or require technical assistance during the hearing, please submit them using the question and answer feature. We now move to our calendar. The first case in our calendar, this is our protest hearing status calendar. The first case is case number 24 PRO 00050. American Cruise Lines, American Glory, license number 127817-2. This case has been rescheduled to July 17th, 2024 at 10:30 a.m. at the request of the party. See board order number 2024-5454. The next case in our calendar is case number 24 PRO 00051, American Cruise Lines, American Constitution, license number 127817. This case has also been rescheduled to July 17th, 2024 at 10:30 a.m. at the request of the party. See board order number 2024-455. The next case in our calendar is case number 24 PRO 00039, Big D Liquors, license number 12682. Good morning, Mr. Oriana. Can you please elevate the rights of the parties in this case? Mr. Short, can you please mute your line, sir?
Good morning. Kevin Lee, your access has been elevated. Antoine Holmes, your access has been elevated. Carrie Brown, your access has been elevated. And that appears to be all, Chairman.
Good morning. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, could you please spell and state your name for the record, please, and your representation?
My name is Kyunghwan Lee, Kyunghwan, last name Lee. I'm attorney for Big D Liquors today.
Good morning.
Morning.
Mr. Holmes, can you please spell and state your name for the record?
Yes, Antoine Holmes, ANTAWANHOLMES, Chair of ANC 7C.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Ms. Brown, can you please identify yourself for the record?
Good morning, Carrie N. Brown, spelled Carrie, middle initial N, last name BROWN, ANC single member district 7C09.
Good morning, ma'am. Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
All right. This is a protest status hearing, and so let me start with the licensee. Mr. Lee, are there any preliminary matters?
Yeah, I have received the draft settlement agreement from the ANC, Miss Carrie Brown. So we will start to review and negotiating about that.
All right. Okay.
It happened this morning, so.
All right. And is it you, Mr. Holmes, or Miss Brown, who wants to speak? I know, Mr. Holmes, you're the chairperson. Is that correct?
Yes, I am, but this is we're both here just because we always want to make sure somebody's the single member district commissioner as well as the chairs here. So yes, Commissioner Brown did submit it to Mr. Lee. For this case, as well as the other two cases that are ours afterwards, we will be having a special hearing meeting on July the 11th to go over all 13 of our ABRA cases over the last 2 months. And so what we're going to be doing is all of them that have been working on the settlement agreements. We're going to do one big review and one vote about the opposition once we have them all in. The document's been given to Mr. Lee. We're waiting for that. Once he's signed and comes back, we'll have our executive meeting tomorrow, and then we'll have the agenda posted. And once it's done after the 11th, all information will be sent back to ABCA.
All right. Well, thank you for that representation.
Yes.
If this matter then is not settled, a protest hearing will be scheduled for July 24th at 1:30 p.m. So if this matter is not settled, then and what I will ask and I see that your ANC meeting is, you said July what date?
July the 11th.
July the 11th. So what I would ask, sir, if the ANC agrees to settle this matter, please advise us as soon as July the 11th. So therefore, we will not assign an investigator, or we'll take this off our calendar. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right. So that's the end of this case. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. That's this case is 24 PRO 00039. All right. Are these all the same parties for the next case, or do we need to bring someone else back online for the next case? So the next case is case number 24 PRO 00043, Dick's Market, license number 116408. Do we need to add anyone to this call, Mr. Holmes?
It's not my case, sir.
Oh, that's not your case.
I'll stay.
All right, that's not your case. All right. So all right? Thank you, Mr. Lee. All right, have a great day. All right. So, Mr. Oriana, who's the licensee for the next case?
Yes, DeWitt. DeWitt, your access has been elevated. That is all, Chairman.
Okay.
Let's mark it.
Hello?
All right. Do you have a camera, ma'am, you can turn on?
Yes, it's on. Okay, go ahead.
I can't see you. That's why I asked the question. All right. Well, if you don't have a camera, ma'am, it's not an issue. Oh, yes.
No, it's
Okay.
on.
All right. Good
okay,
morning. Yes,
Good
I can
morning.
see you. Can you please spell and state your name for the record and your affiliation with this case?
Okay, my name is David, last name G. Georgis, last name GGIORGIS, Honor,
Okay. Spell your first name too, also, sir.
DAWIT.
And what's your relationship to this establishment?
Honor.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Holmes, please identify yourself for the record, please. Does the person beside you, do they need to introduce themselves also?
Yes, my name is ABCA Shefraw, FASEKA, last name SHEFERAW, and I'm his wife.
All right, that's fine. All right, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Mr. Holmes, please identify yourself for the record by spelling and stating your name.
Yes, Antoine Holmes, ANTAWANHOLMES, Chair, ANC 7C.
Good morning, sir. Ms. Brown, can you please identify yourself for the record?
Good morning, Carrie N. Brown, CARRIE, middle initial N, last name BROWN, ANC Commissioner 7C09.
Good morning. Mr. Gregarious, is that how you pronounce your last name, sir?
Gorgeous.
Gorgas. Mr. Gorgas, are there any preliminary matters you want to bring to the attention of the board?
Yes.
Not at this time, no.
All right, that's fine. Mr. Holmes or Ms. Brown, any preliminary matters you want to bring to the attention of the board?
Again, we spoke to their lawyer, this Ms. Christy Chang, and we have this, and she has sent us the settlement agreement, which will also be on our agenda for the July 11th meeting.
All right, thank you. All right, if this matter is not settled, then it's scheduled for a protest hearing on July 24th at 1:30 p.m. Do we have any questions by anyone?
No, sir.
No?
No, thank you.
All right, let me ask a question. I just want to, and please forgive me. If this matter goes to a protest hearing, do we need to have a interpreter?
We will have our lawyer with us.
But I know that your lawyer will be there, but I'm just asking the question, if this matter goes to a protest hearing, is one required?
No, sir.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So if this matter then is not settled, then I will see you on July 24th at 1:30 p.m. But as Mr. Holmes stated, I see that the ANC will be considering a settlement. So good luck in your discussion. And if this, hopefully the matter will be settled. The board supports settlements because these are establishments that are within the community, and if the community can agree on the terms and conditions of operation, then that benefits the entire process. So thank you very much for the presentation today. All right, so thank you. Have a great day. All right. The third case that we have this morning is case number 24 PRO 00044, Capital View Market, license number 76250. Mr. Orian, can you please elevate the rights of the licensee in this case?
Sure. Marian Mengesha, your access has been elevated. That is all, Chairman.
Thank you. Can the licensee please either turn your camera on and unmute yourself, please? I see there are two screens on my. So can I have the licensee? Can you please unmute your line and turn your camera on?
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you please spell and state your name for the record, sir?
Okay, my name is Mariam Mengesha, FIKREMARIAM, last name Mengesha, MENGESHA.
Good morning, Mr. Mangesha. What is your relationship to this establishment, sir?
I am the owner.
All right, good morning, sir. Mr. Holmes, can you please identify yourself for the record?
Yes, Antoine Holmes, HOLANTAWANHOLMES, Chair, ANC 7C.
Ms. Brown, I see that you're walking, but it's making me dizzy, so I need you to be stationary, ma'am, or turn the camera off. So can you identify yourself for the record, ma'am?
Carrie N. Brown, Carrie, middle initial N, last name Brown, BROWN, ANC 7C09.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Mangesh, do you have any preliminary matters you need to bring to the attention of the board?
I do believe my lawyer, Mr. Deed, has spoken with Mr. Antoine Holmes, and I think they have agreed on something. Mr. Antoine can help me on this matter.
Well, I thank you for the representation, sir, but all right. Thank you for the representation, but because of the nature of this case, I kind of understand what is going on. So normally, when I hear my lawyer and the lawyer is not here, but all right, but okay. So, Mr. Holmes, can you please clarify for the record from your
Yes, I
perspective?
spoke to Mr. Dees this morning. They have a previous settlement agreement. It needs to be modified for the matters brought apart about at the remediation hearing, which is basically young children going to the school.
I don't need. I don't.
We're
want
working
you
on
to
modifying the settlement agreement, and it'll be addressed on July the 11th.
That is, you know what? The board should not be involved in the terms of if you have settlement discussions. I don't want to know what it is that you're discussing.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons why I cut you off, sir. Okay. I just want to hear the presentation you made in the first case. That was fine because you were not specific. You just told me that we have an agreement. The ANC would vote on it, and that's sufficient for the board. Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. Holmes. Okay. And since Ms. Brown is there any representation she needs to make? No.
No,
All right.
none.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. All right. If this matter then is not scheduled, if this matter is not settled, we will have a protest hearing on July 24th at 1:30 p.m. And it's been represented that there's settlement discussions. There is an ANC meeting on July the 11th to make a determination, and I would remind the ANC to advise the agency as soon as possible if this matter is settled. All right, so good luck with your negotiation, and have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right then. The next case on our calendar is case number 24-251-00009, Kick Axe Throwing / Throw Social, license number 116454. This case is canceled. The board, an offer in compromise has been offered to the board for its review and approval, and the board will review that on our legal agenda later on this morning. The next case on our calendar, it's case number 24 CMP 00011, Sticky Rice / Sing Sing Karaoke Palace, license number 72783. This case has also been canceled. An offer in compromise has been provided to the board for its review and approval. And so we're now at the end of our morning agenda calendar items this morning. And so therefore, let us now review our legal agendas. All right. The first case in our calendar, the first case in our, so we're now doing our legal agenda for June 26, 2024. The first matter on our legal agenda is a review of an offer in compromise in lawful hearing dated June 25, 2024 for case number 24-251-00009, Throw Social, license number 116454. The offer in compromise for this case is as follows. Charge 1. You violated the terms of your license by allowing the establishment to be used for unlawful or disorderly purpose. First primary tier violation, statutory authority, DC Code Section 25823A2. There's a fine of $1,000 paid within 30 days, or the license shall be suspended indefinitely until the fine has been paid. Charge 2. You violated the terms of your license by charging a cover charge without the required endorsement. It's the first secondary tier violation. Statutory authority, DC Code Section 25113.01B1 and 25-823A1 and 7, and 23 DCMR Section 1002.1. There's a fine of $250 paid within 30 days, or the license shall be suspended indefinitely until the fine has been paid. Charge number 3. You violated the terms of your license by failing to provide video footage within 48 hours upon request. This is the first primary tier violation. Statutory authority, DC Code Section 25836G3 and 25823A1 and 5E. The term warning will be issued. I therefore make a motion that the offer in compromise be accepted. Is there a second?
Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 2 on our calendar, on the agenda, it's the review of an offer in compromise in lieu of a hearing dated July 25th, 2024 for case number 23 CIT 00672. This is Vision Lounge, license number 121350. And the offer in compromise is as follows. Charge 1, operated outside of approved hours, statutory authority, DC Code Section 762B13. The outcome, a written warning will be issued. I therefore make a motion that the offer in compromise be accepted. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 3. Review of an offer in compromise in lieu of a hearing dated June 25th, 2024 for case number 24 CMP 00011, Sticky Rice Sing Sing Karaoke Palace, license number 072783. And the OIC is as follows. Charge 1, failed to file the required statutory statement. Statutory authority, charge 1, failed to file the required quarterly statement. Statutory authority, DC Code Section 25113B2A. There is a fine of $2,000 paid within 30 days, or the license shall be suspended indefinitely until the fine is paid and submit pending quarterly payments if quarterly statements if they have not been submitted. I therefore make a motion that the offer in compromise be accepted. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short has seconded the motion. We'll now have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 4, review of the joint request to extend the protest petition deadline dated June 25th, 2024. This is for DMV Liquors, Wines, and Beers, license number 127963. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 5, review of the request to reinstate canceled license dated June 11th, 2024. Approval for the license was rescinded on May 8th, 2024 by board order number 2024-344. All About Burger, All About Burger Cafe, license number 125094. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 6, review of the request to reinstate dismissed application dated June 13th, 2024. Application was dismissed on June 12th, 2024 by board order number 2023-494 in case number 24PRO00056. Skips Liquors license number 078204. I make a motion that we deny this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 7, review of the request to continue protest hearing dated June 12, 2024, in case number 24PRO00055. This is Suburban Liquors, license number 117766. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 9, review of protest opposition to reinstate dismiss application dated June 7th, 2024, in case number 24PRO00047, Roja Liquors license number 060496. This is now moot. Number 10, review of reply to protestants' opposition to reinstate dismiss application dated June 7th, 2024, in case number 24PRO00047, Rojo Liquors license number 060496. This is also moot. And number 11, review of request for an advisory opinion dated June 13th, 2024, regarding interpretation of a 2020 settlement agreement term. This is for Never Looked Better, license number 116062. I make a motion that we refer this matter back to legal. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. We now move to our legal medical cannabis agenda. The first matter on this agenda is a review of ANC2C's motion for leave to file stay motion out of time and Exhibit A, ANC2C's emergency motion for stay of order number 2024-280 dated June 5th, 2024, in case number 24PRO00009, DC Smoke, license number 126787. I make a motion that we deny this request. Is there a second?
Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 2, review of applicants' opposition to ANC2C's motion for leave to file stay motion out of time dated June 11th, 2024, in case number 24PRO00009, DC Smoke, license number 126787. This is now moot. Number 3, review of applicants' opposition to ANC2C's motion for stay of board order number 2024-280 dated June 11th, 2024, in case number 24PRO00009, DC Smoke, license number 126787. This is also moot. Now let's do our licensing agenda. The first matter on our licensing agenda is the review request for a temporary operating retail permit. This is for Sterka, license number 129045. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 2, review request to remove the license from safekeeping for reopening. This is for Duke's Grocery, license number 092298. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 3, review application for safekeeping of license. This is for All About Burger Cafe, license number 125094. I make a motion that we approve this request through September 30th, 2024. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 4, review application for safekeeping of license. This is for Joe Kaplan Liquors, license number 060351. I make a motion that we approve this request through September 30th, 2024. Is there a second?
Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 5, review application for entertainment endorsement to provide live entertainment inside of the premises and outside on the sidewalk cafe. This is for Boxcar Tavern, license number 098813. I make a motion that we placard this matter. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 6, review application for safe sidewalk cafe endorsement with 8 seats. This is for Elsa Ethiopian Kitchen, license number 126693. I make a motion that we placard this matter. Is there a second?
Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 7, review of architectural floor plans for new Class B full-service grocery store. This is for Streets Market, license number 128986. I make a motion that we placard this matter. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 8, review request for an off-premise storage permit endorsement to store unopened alcoholic beverage inventory off-site at Domain Storage. This request has been made by Sethvin, license number 092190. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. We now move to our supplemental licensing agenda. The first matter on our supplemental licensing agenda is the supplemental alcohol licensing agenda. Review request to remove the license from safekeeping for reopening on or about July 1st. This is for Lapis Events and Catering, license number 126781. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Short, I second.
Mr. Short has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. We now move to the board's temporary one-day and substantial change docket. Okay, let me go through. I'll go through this. All right. The first request, a request from there's 31 requests. So what I will do is that I will read all the requests, the name, the category, the event and the date, the license number, and the attendees. I will make a recommendation at the end of the list. I will ask the board to approve the recommendations proposed by the chair. All right, so the first request, the request from Teresa Converse for one-day license class F. This is for the Capitol Riverfront bid. This is July 12th. The license number is 129005 at 1,000 attendees, 10 security guards. The recommendation at the end is for approval. Number 2, another request from Teresa Converse for one-day license class F, a concert Capitol Riverfront bid. This is July 19th. The license number is 129006. 1,000 attendees, 10 security guards. The request is for approval. Number 3, a request from Teresa Converse for one-day license class F, a concert. This is July 26th. The license number is 129007. 1,000 attendees, 10 security guards. The recommendation for approval. Number 4, another request from Teresa Converse for one-day license class F, a concert. This is on August 2nd. The license number is 129008. 1,000 attendees, 10 security guards. Approval. Teresa Converse, one-day license class F, a concert August 9th. The license number is 129009. 1,000 attendees, 10 security guards. The recommendation is for approval. Number 6, another request from Teresa Converse, a one-day license class F, concert August 16th. The license number is 129010. 1,000 attendees, 10 security guards. Approval. Number 7, another request from Teresa Converse, a one-day license class F, concert August 23rd. The license number is 129011. At 1,000 attendees, 10 security guards. Approval. Number 8, a request from Merle Watson, a one-day license class F, happy hour. This is on June 26th and June 27th. The license number is 129026. 75 attendees, 3 security guards. Approval. Number 9, a request from Alisa Dan, a one-day license class F, private event, August 3rd. The license number is 129032. 30 attendees, 1 security guard. Number 10, another request from Alisa Dan, private event. This is August 9th. The license number is 129033. 30 attendees, 1 security guard. Approval. Number 11, a request from James Murphy, reception, June 29th. The license number is 129088. 200 attendees, 4 security guards. Approval. Number 12, a request from Lana L. Vien, a one-day license class F, concert live music performance, July 8th. The license number is 129099. 100 attendees, 2 security guards. Number 13, approval. Number 13, another request from Lana L. Vien, a one-day license class F, concert live music performance, July 14th. The license number is 129100. 100 attendees, 2 security guards. Approval. Number 14, another request from Lana L. Vien, a one-day license class F, a concert. This is July 17th through July 19th. The license number is 129102. 100 attendees, 2 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 15, Lana L. Vien, one-day license class F, concert live music performance, July 24th. The license number is 129103. 100 attendees, 2 security guards. Approval. Number 16, another request from Lana L. Vien, a one-day license class F, concert live music performance, July 31st. License number is 129104. 150 attendees, 3 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 17, a request from Jennifer Corey, 1-day license class F, DC United Game Watch Party, June 29th. The license number is 129057. 150 attendees, 4 security guards. Approval. Number 18, another request from Jennifer Curie, a 1-day license class G, firework viewing, July 4th. License number is 129056. 1,000 attendees, 10 security guards. Approval. Number 19, a request from Jerome Sammy, 1-day license class G, private event, July 6th. License number is 129089. 300 attendees, 8 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 20, a request from Torrance Swain, a 1-day license class G, live music festival, June 29th. The license number is 129114. 2,500 attendees, 25 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 21, request from Millicent Hawkins, 1-day license class G, birthday party, June 30th. The license number is 129142. 175 attendees, 3 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 22, request from Heurich, Heurich House Museum, 1-day substantial change, Pride Festival, nature substantial change, use the license off premises at Union Market, which is 1309 5th Street Northeast. This is July 13th. The license number is 100673. The substantial change license number is 24SC 00745. Number 23, MC Theaters Georgetown 14, 1-day substantial change, 4th of July celebration, nature substantial change, to extend hours to 4th of July celebration. This is from July 3rd through July 3rd through July 5th. The license number is 099730, substantial change license 24SC 00750. Recommendation approval. Number 24, Regmo Holdings Inc., Pub Crawl, the Hip Hop Bar Crawl, the Hip Hop Bar Crawl, July 13th. The license number is 104072. Substantial change license is 24 PCE 24 PCE 00014. 1,000 recommendation approval for 1,000 participants. Number 25, Regmo Promo Inc., Pub Crawl, the R&B Bar Crawl. This is the R&B Bar Crawl, July 27th. The license number 104072. Substantial change is license is 24 PCE 00015. The recommendation is 1,000 participant. Number 26, Lindy Promotions LLC. It's the Pub Crawl Welcome Week Bar Fest. The event is Welcome Week Bar Fest. This is August 24th. The license number is 110455. The substantial change license 24 PCE 00016. There is the recommendation of conditional approval for 1,000 participants. Number 27, Lindy Promotions LLC, Pub Crawl October Fest. This is the event October Fest, September 29th. The license number is 110455. The substantial change license 24 PCE 00017. The recommendation approval for a conditional approval for 1,000 participants. Number 28, Lindy Promotions LLC, Pub Crawl Nightmare on M Street. The event Nightmare on M Street. This is October 26, 2024. The license number is 110455. The substantial change license 24 PCE 00018. The recommendation effect finding. Number 29. Number 29. Project DC Events, Pub Crawl, DC Halloween Crawl 2024, DC Halloween Crawl 2024. This is on October 26, 2024. The license number is 105182, substantial change license 24 PCE 00019. The recommendation of fact finding. Number 30, Project DC Events, Pub Crawl, DC Santa Crawl 2024, DC Santa Crawl 2024. This is December 14th. The license number is 105182. The substantial change license is 24 PCE 00020. The recommendation is conditional approval for 1,000. Number 31, Project DC Events, Pub Crawl, DC Onesie Crawl 2025, Event DC Onesie Crawl 2025. This is January 11th, 2025. The license number is 105182. The substantial change license is 24 PCE 00021. Recommendation conditional approval for 1,000. Number 32, Project DC Events, Pub Crawl Cupid, Bar Crawl 2025, Event Cupid Bar Crawl 2025. This is February 8th, 2025. The license number is 105182. The substantial change is 24 PCE 00022. The recommendation for conditional approval for 1,000. I therefore make a motion that the ABC Board approve the recommendations that were made by the chair on the board's temporary license and one-day substantial change docket for June 26, 2024. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. I'm sorry. We now move to the license administrative docket, alcohol. I make a motion that there are on the license administrative docket alcohol for June 26th. There are 20 applicants, and I, without objection, I make a motion that all applications on this docket be approved. Is there a second?
A second.
Mr. Short has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. We now move to the medical cannabis licensing agenda. There are 17 licensees on this agenda. I'll read all 17 in the record, and I will make recommendations. And at the end of the list, I will ask the board. I will make a motion that the board approve the recommendation as presented by the chair. So the first matter on our medical cannabis licensing agenda, this is now the conditional retailer and internet retailer applications. Number 1, review conversion of social equity application to conditional new retailer license. This is for Local D Woodley Park LLC, license number 127962, recommendations for approval. Number 2, review of conditional social equity application for a new internet retailer license. This is Roslyn 2 LLC, license number 128710, approval. Number 3, review of conditional social equity application for new retailer license, Europhia Gardens LLC, license number 128900, recommendation approval. Number 4, review of conditional social equity application for a new internet retailer license, Cap Club DC LLC, license number 127875, recommendation approval. Number 5, review of conditional social equity application for new retailer license. This is for GVN3 LLC, license number 127885, approval. Number 6, review of conditional social equity application for the new internet retailer license, Mary Jane Express LLC, license number 128865, recommendation approval. Number 7, review of social equity application for conditional retailer. This is for DC Farmhouse Cultivation Center LLC, license number 129062, approval. Number 8, review of social equity application for conditional retailer. This is for Indica Culture LLC, license number 129063, recommendation approval. Number 9, review of social equity application for conditional social retailer. This is Proper Exotic, license number 128697, recommendation approval. We now move to the standard retailer, internet retailer applications. Number 10, review of standard application for new retailer license with delivery endorsement. This is for Royal Tobacco DC, license number 127516, placard, recommendation for placard. Number 11, review of social equity application for new retailer license with delivery educational testing, safe use treatment facility, and summer garden endorsements. This is for Bud Love, license number 128413, recommendation placard. Number 12, review of social equity application for a new retailer license with delivery endorsement. This is for Apple Dream, license number 127982, recommendation to placard. Number 13, review of social equity application for a new internet retailer. This is for Blueprint Development LLC, license number 128747, recommendation placard. Number 14, review of social equity application for new retailer with delivery endorsement. This is for Capital Cannabis, license number 128774, recommendation placard. Number 15, review of standard application for new retailer with delivery endorsement. This is for District Gaslight, license number 126785, recommendation placard. Number 16, now this is a request, and I just want to clarify what this request is. This is a review of a request to cancel request for safe use treatment facility and summer garden endorsement. So this is the Green Grove Shop, license number 127594. What this is asking is that it was placarded as with the endorsements for summer garden and a safe use treatment facility. However, the party decided to remove the endorsement, and so it will be replacarded without the endorsement. And so the recommendation for this one is that we placard. That's number 16. Number 17, it's a review of appeal of denial of conditional social equity application for manufacturer. This is for Crush Gods Inc., license number 125437. To date, they have not provided us with a clean hand certificate for us to issue a license. And so because they have failed to provide us the clean hand certificate as required by the statute, the recommendation is that we affirm the previous staff's decision denying application. So I therefore make a motion that the board then adopts the recommendations made by the board for the medical cannabis licensing agenda. Is there a second?
Short, a second.
Mr. Short has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. And the last agenda item we have today, it's a medical cannabis licensing administrative docket. On this docket, there's one application, which is DC Extracts, license number 126065. They are medical cannabis application, medical cannabis manufacturer type 2 new application standardized. Therefore, make a motion that we approve this application. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. All right, hold on 1 minute. All right. All right, I'm going to go back to our legal agenda, and yeah, I need to revisit our legal agenda because we made an addition to our legal agenda. So the legal agenda that was provided needs to be reordered, and so the legal agenda that I read earlier, we now have number 1 on the legal agenda. It's review of an offer in compromise in lieu of a hearing dated June 25th, 2024 for case number 2024-251-00008. This is the Good Guys Restaurant, license number 00899. And the offer in compromise for this case is charge 1. You allowed the establishment to be used for unlawful or disorderly purpose. Secondary tier violation. Statutory authority. DC Code Section 25A23A2. There is a warning in charge 2. You violate the terms of your license by failing to follow your security plan. Secondary tier violation. Statutory authority. DC Code Section 25A23A6. The fine is $2,000 payable within 30 days, or the license shall be suspended indefinitely until the fine has been paid. I therefore make a motion that the offer in compromise be accepted. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short Mr. Short second the motion. We'll now have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. And I just want the record to reflect that the legal agenda that was published was again changed, and so there are now 13 matters on the legal agenda rather than initially 12, and so they are reordered, just to clarify the record. And so based on the changes that were just made to the legal agenda, I now need to address our afternoon calendar. And so the first matter on our afternoon calendar, this was supposed to be at 1:30. We were supposed to have a show cause hearing, which is case number 24-251-00008, the Good Guys Restaurant, license number 899. This case has been canceled due to the board's acceptance of an offer in compromise on our legal agenda. The next case on our calendar is case number 23 CIT 00672 Vision Lounge, license number 121350. This case has also been canceled due to the board's acceptance of an offer in compromise on our legal agenda. And with those two offer in compromise, our afternoon calendar has now been canceled, and so the board will adjourn for the day. So let me close the records for the day. All right. As chairperson of the Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Board for the District of Columbia, and in accordance with Title III, Chapter 405, Office of Open Government, I move that ABC Board hold a closed meeting on July 10th for the purpose of discussing and hearing reports concerning ongoing or planned investigations of alleged criminal or civil misconduct or violations of law or regulations, and seeking legal advice from our legal counsel on the board's investigative agenda, legal agenda, and licensing agenda for July 10th, as published in the DC Register on July 5th. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. I will now take a roll call vote on the motion before us now that it has been properly seconded. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. As it appears that the motion has passed, I hereby give notice that the ABC Board will hold this closed meeting. Pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, notice will also be posted on the ABC Board Hearing Room Bulletin Board, placed on electronic calendar on the ABCA's website, and published in the DC Register in as timely a manner as practical. We're now adjourned for the day. I would like to thank the members of the public who participated in our hearings today, and I also like to thank our board members who participated, who are here today. With that said, we're now adjourned for the day. I now ask all board members to return to executive session for further development. Have a great morning. Thank you.